Today in this video I want to get very up close and personal and open about things and put light on things that are not so bright and fun and exciting about my life here in Paris, because especially on Instagram, people who follow me there, they only see the good stuff, the best stuff, the highlights of my life. And I get so many comments about how I'm living this high life right now. And don't get me wrong, I really enjoy most of things here, and I really do enjoy my experience here living in Paris at the moment, being in exchange, and I want to get the best of it. So I am doing a lot of things and enjoying my time here, but then there are the things that I do not share on Instagram and that are not visible there, that people don't see, and they don't realize that it's not all roses and butterflies all the time. So I want to talk about those things today, and I will put a trigger warning here because the topics that I will be talking about include mental health and sexual harassment. So if those things might get you triggered somehow, it might not be best to watch this specific video from me and rather watch something else. Now, I'm this kind of person who loves being alone. I love having my own space, doing my own things, spending time with myself, focusing on things I feel like doing. And I never thought I would feel this lonely. And I know, being alone and feeling lonely are two different things, but for me, somehow I still connect them to each other, and I never thought I would feel this lonely. But goddamn, I feel lonely. I feel so fucking lonely. Especially now that my friend was here for, a few days, and we did all of this cool stuff and things, and somebody was here with me all the time. He was living in my apartment with me for multiple days. And then when he left, this apartment was so empty. It felt so empty. And I was literally, I was sitting by the window looking outside, thinking that my life has no purpose, my life has no meaning, my life is just empty, hollow shell of nothing. And I don't know if that makes sense. And sorry, my brain is a little bit all over the place with this topic. But yeah, because I chose, I didn't want to have a small group of friends that I would get very intimate with, because I am here for 4 months. There are so many different nationalities here. I want to explore, all my options. I want to see as many people as possible. I want to connect with as many people as possible, because I want to create, future connections. I want to get to know different cultures, different people. I don't want to find one or two besties that I would hang out with all the time, because to me that's not what exchange is about. But then on the other hand, if I would have that kind of friends, I wouldn't feel so lonely right now. So yeah, it's a little twisted, the whole thing. So yeah, I have experienced a big feelings of loneliness that I never ever thought I would feel, and especially here. Then I want to talk about something else that happened to me here. It was one of the first days I was living in my apartment, and I woke up in the morning. I was in a fairly good mood, nothing special. I was having breakfast, doing my makeup, putting on clothes, I was preparing to head out, and it was fairly normal morning, nothing really out of the ordinary. But then I step outside my apartment to the street, and there's like a lot of people everywhere. I can hear like talking from like everywhere around me, and all of a sudden I get this huge anxiety attack. Like out of nowhere, I feel like I can't breathe. I feel like I'm surrounded by this chaos. I feel like everyone's looking at me and, you know, whispering about me, and I was like, I can't breathe. And I kept walking forward for like, I don't know, a few minutes, and it just kept getting worse, and I really started to feel like I can't breathe anymore. So I turned around and I ran back into my apartment, and I just started hysterically crying when I got into my apartment. And yeah, I had a panic attack. And I was like, either I'm gonna, you know, stay home for the rest of my stay in Paris, or I'm gonna now go out and push myself beyond that fear and that uncomfortable feeling and that anxiety that I felt. And I headed out, and literally I felt anxious almost the entire day, but little by little the anxiety level kind of dropped. And then like in the evening when I was heading back home, I realized, oh, it's gone. But yeah, it was just like, I was so scared, because I was like, if this is how I react when I go out on the street, like, what will become of my life? Because there's a lot of people everywhere all the time. So, you know, if I get somehow triggered by that, if my anxiety gets triggered by that, then how am I supposed to live here? Then, before we end this video, let's talk about sexual harassment. I have been going to clubs, and when I was in the club, at least 2 guys tried to kiss me even after I said no once, and I said second time no and added I have a boyfriend, and a third time I said no, and they still tried to kiss me. And that is just, I can't understand how and why it is so difficult for people to understand the word no. The only correct response to someone saying no to anything, whether it's them not wanting to drink something, them not wanting to do something stupid, or them not wanting to, I don't know, kiss you, or them not wanting to, whatever, it doesn't matter what the thing is that somebody doesn't want to do, but the only correct response to a no is okay. You say okay, and then that's the end of it. You don't try to do it again. You don't try to talk them around, because that's not, no means no. It's not try to convince me. It's not, you know, do it anyway. It's a no. I was coming from the drag show, and I was sitting in the metro, minding my own business, when this group of guys comes in, and I was sitting there, like here, and they went to sit like a little further, but one of the guys was like facing me, and the entire metro ride, he was staring at me. He was licking his lips, and he tried to see if he could see under my skirt. And I could see this from the reflection I saw from the metro windows, because I avoided making any eye contact with him, because I was terrified that what will happen if he sees me seeing him, you know, scream at him like, haven't you ever fucking seen legs before? Or like, what the heck is your problem? Like, stop. But of course I didn't do that, because what will happen if I stand up for myself? Like, will he attack me, like physically? Will that provoke him into following me? Like, what will happen if I confront him and tell him to stop harassing me? And I felt so freaking dirty in that situation. Like, I felt like I wanted to get off my skin. Like, he was putting this like his dirty thoughts like onto me, and I wanted to get like rid of them, but I couldn't, because he was just like staring at me there and, you know, doing these, I don't know, like these things that made me very uncomfortable. And then when it was my turn to leave the metro, I stand up, and as I stand up, he stands up, and like my heart stops, and I'm thinking to myself like, oh my god, like this is it, like he's going to follow me home and he's gonna hurt me. And I leave the metro and I like stop walking, and he starts walking this way, and I start like speed walking the other way, and I'm just like going through my head like, what will I do? Like, I'm like, do I scream if, you know, something happens, or do I run? Like, what do I do? I was wearing high heels like that were not comfortable to even walk in. I was like, can I run in these heels? I was like going through my head like everything I possibly could do if something happens. And, you know, the whole way home from the metro station to my home, I was like looking behind me like this, to trying to see if he was following me. I didn't see him at any point, so luckily he wasn't following me, but I felt so scared whole way home, thinking that, will I make it home before he or somebody does something to me? And this is like, it is the scariest feeling in the world, having to, you know, go through these thoughts and about everything what somebody might do to you, is because there is a really big possibility that those small, seemingly non-important you know, actions could lead into something very violent. So yeah, and I also wanted to, you know, talk about this so that you would get kind of the real emotions, real things, and not just the sugar-coated Instagram pictures and things that I am posting. Because like, I want to, you know, in my YouTube channel, I want to give, you know, reality, real things. And I think I'm gonna end this video here. Thank you so much for watching. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, if you want to see something similar in the future. Comment below, you know, if you felt similar feelings of loneliness maybe, or overall how you like this video. And I hope you feel more connected to me, and, you know, you really got to see more of, like, I hope you really feel that you got to see something real this time. I know, I'm sorry this video wasn't really like happy and bubbly, but I wanted to give you like something, you know, the reality here and so on. But I do promise next video will be a lot more lighthearted, a lot more bubbly. We need to keep it balanced. equally, so it's not, you know, all sad or all crazy happy. Yes, and subscribe. I am releasing a new video every Tuesday, hopefully more often, but I just have to figure out how I have time to edit more, because I have a lot of material for you, but I just haven't had the time to edit that much. But yes, I hope to see you on the next video. Remember to follow me on Instagram and TikTok, especially on Instagram. I'm very active. You get to see all the new twists and turns of my Parisian life there. On TikTok, I do my best. But yes, thank you so much, and I will see you on the next video. XOXO, Emilia.